in keeping with Druid tradition, into 3 triads. The first triad of Druid teachings covered here focuses on 3 fundamental images, each of which is itself a triad: the 3 rays of light, the 3 circles of manifestation, and the 3 elements of Druid natural philosophy. 3 rays of light. Einigan the giant, the first of all beings, beheld 3 rays of light descending from the heavens. Those 3 rays were also a word of 3 syllables, the true name of the god Kelly, the hidden spirit of life that creates all things. In them was all the knowledge that ever was, or is, or will be. Beholding the rays, Einigan took 3 staves of rowan and carved all knowledge upon them, in letters of straight and slanted lines. But when others saw the staves, they misunderstood and worshipped the staves as gods, rather than learning the knowledge written upon them. So great was Einigan's grief and anger at this, that he burst asunder and died.
Black circle rays come out and 3 rays pass through the hole in the center. Below he writes, still.
Hi folks, okay, so I wanted to do a quick video for St. Patrick's Day, happy St. Patrick's Day, and about the Druids all at once. So what I decided to do, and how I've been kind of trying to incorporate a lot of the stuff from the Essenes into how they were tied into the Druids and how they were tied into a lot of the old Celtic traditions, or more or less how they were around before the Essenes, and the Essenes get tied into them when they traveled to Britain. So I'm going to play this, man. And so this has to do a lot with, this is a movie it's called Thoth's Cross. So I'm going to play this guy, and this guy kind of tells you about the history of the origin of the Celtic cross for St. Patrick's Day. So let's go on this. Let's hope this works and doesn't give me any grief.
Celtic cross, or versions of the Celtic cross. I mean, essentially the Celtic cross is merely a protractor, a 360 degree protractor, broken down into 2,160 arc minutes. Right. Which was used by the Mesopotamians and by the Egyptians, and used really to measure the stars, which is why I go back to the caves of Lascaux and say that potentially 27,000 BC they were using some kind of instrument that could measure 360 degrees. Right. Yeah. By the evidence that there was astrology.
Hey folks, okay, so essentially what happened after the Atlanteans passed down their knowledge to the Druids and to the Essenes, the Druids being the Celts and the Essenes, which was where Jesus Christ was born into the Essenes. They gathered together the library of Alexandria, which had all the medical records of the Druids and the Essenes and all the different ways that they used to use the Earth's natural resources for medicines, herbal medicines, and things like sound healing and stuff like that, and also just the different ways that we worked with nature. But what happened was the Romans kind of came in there and they said, no, we can't have this. And what they did was they took all the library of Alexandria, which was all the teachings of the Atlanteans to the Druids and the Essenes, and basically burnt it and confiscated it and took it to the Vatican and took it to the Pope and said, keep this here, keep it away from the people. We can't have them knowing this, or else they're going to know what we know, and we don't want that. So
it's quite obvious when you think about it that they had to know the Earth was round and that the Earth actually went round the Sun. It's impossible not to do so, because the Sun's the star sign of Leo. If you were born in the age of, or in the time of Leo, okay, or in the day of Leo, I'm sorry. The Sun is between you and that star sign. Therefore you can't see it, it's daylight. Right. And the only way that you can tell what star sign the Sun is in is to know what's the opposite of it. the night before.
Right.
So when you look at the night before at midnight, you look at the star sign in the sky, you're looking out into space. When you look into inner space towards the sun and try to see the star sign on the other side of the sun, you can't do it, so it's daylight.
Why do
So you would need to know
Yeah,
that the Earth went round the sun, and you would need to know that the Earth was round.
absolutely. Why do you think it's important to know whether you were born in Leo?
I don't personally think it's important to know
Why
what.
does the ancients?
Well, they believe that the energy of life, that life itself, okay, that electromagnetic energy, whatever you want to call it, that spark of life came from the sun.
Right.
They were very wise. They knew what we know scientifically today, that we are actually solar energy. What we eat, for instance, an apple, or we drink a bottle of wine. One of the greatest examples, it gets more expensive as time goes by, but I like to buy a bottle of wine that was created the day my friend was born, or a friend was born, to give it to them as a birthday present, because what I'm doing is giving them a bottle of bottled solar energy from the year that they were born. As I said, it gets more expensive as I get older and they get older. But the concept behind it is that the grape that absorbed the sunlight through the leaves of the vine is now bottled energy, okay? And because you consume it, it becomes part of you, and therefore you are sunlight. Now we know that that's true today, but they knew it then. So what they said is the day that you were born was very important because of the influences of the positive and negative. And they cut it up like that, didn't they? They said, earth, wind, fire and water, different solar energies dependent on the season.
Yeah.
And of the influences of the planets that were around it created different characters in their view.
So this is the sun as the father of light.
The sun being father
Giving us
of life, giving us life.
But I just want to do this quick video for St. Patrick's Day, and hope everybody enjoyed that video, and I'll have more to come, but I just want to put this together quick. So thanks everybody, and have a great day.